Do you know how thick your grips are? Do you pay attention to the thickness of your grip when you're choosing a grip? Because the thickness of your grip might be the problem for you. Hey, stay tuned. We're going to talk a lot about the thinnest grips in the world. Hey guys, Clay here from Old Guy Inc., the most OG CrossFitter on YouTube. I'm going to talk to you today about thin grips. If you like thin grips, or maybe you don't like grips because you feel like you don't have enough contact and feel on the bar, and you just feel like grips are too bulky for you, especially a lot of female CrossFitters, I get this feedback a lot that they just feel like it just makes it harder to hold onto the bar because it's thicker. Well, here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the thinnest grips on the market currently, and those are these yellow Pit Vipers from Raylan, okay? These yellow Pit Vipers are only 0.9 millimeters thick, or I should say thin. 0.9 millimeters thin. They have this really nice reinforced neoprene and thick wrist strap. Okay, so you can put a lot of weight and pressure on the wrist strap, which is of course what you want to do. So you're hanging from the wrist strap and saving your grip, not just protecting your hands. But this is so thin. When you put this on the bar, you have an amazing feel on the bar or on the rings. These can be used with or without chalk on lots of different bars. These are super unique, super unique. These are so thin that, you know what? I have little baby hands maybe. I find them a little too thin for myself personally, but I do love the thin grip sometimes. And what I do is I go to the next Pit Viper up. So the Pit Viper comes in two versions. Yellow is 0.9 millimeter. The blue is 1.2 millimeter. Has the same really nice, comfortable strap. It's just a little bit thicker at 1.2 millimeters once again. So once again, just great feel. If I'm not doing high volume training or high volume sets, even within my workouts, this is super, super good. It gets out of the way really easy. It's just like not bulky, and I love it. I love it for small sets that I'm doing like lots of, like AMRAPs or something like a Cindy, where you're not doing a lot of reps at a time, but you're moving around quickly, you're doing push-ups, you just want something light that, like, even if you have to do your push-ups or your burpees, you can just keep this right here and you won't even really notice a difference. It goes around the bar, super simple if you need to grab the pull-up bar, your barbell. Anyways, so I love those two grips, the Pit Vipers from Raylan. So you can go ahead and check those out at raylanusa.com and see what they're all about. If you're interested in thin grips, I would give these a try. Now, like I said, I do prefer a little bit of a thicker grip. I actually use this Seal grip a lot. This Seal Pro is 2.1 millimeters. So just to give you a perspective, once again, right, this is 1.2 millimeters. We have the yellow 0.9, and then this one is significantly thicker at 2.1 millimeters. So this is not going to give you a great feel for the bar if that's something that you're looking for. However, if you're doing large sets, specifically in general, God, I love these for toe to bar. When these hook on the bar, these are chalkless, but I have also done a video on that, right? I've used these, I've chalked these up, I've chalked my bar, I've jumped up on my bar, and they work just fine. Now, yes, they do work better without chalk, but this is a much thicker grip, and I can see why some people wouldn't like this. I love it, especially for like toes to bar. I can just hang from it all day. There's no flex. And when I really just want to protect my hands, I use these. But I can understand how females, people who are doing smaller sets or are new to grips, and you're trying to be like, I just can't find the right grip for me. I just can't feel the bar. I think considering starting with a very thin pair of grips is going to help you get used to grips, protect your hands, protect your grip strength, and allow you to get used to using grips if that's what you're trying to do. And then if you want more protection over time, you can kind of go from maybe a 0.9 to a 1.2. Our Bumblebee grips are like 1.9, the Seals are 2.1, you get the point. Different size grips for everybody, but when you're looking at grips, don't just look at the material, don't just look at the wrist strap, pay attention to the specs, because the thickness of your grip might actually be why your grip isn't working for you. So, if you got any questions on grips, go ahead and just reach out, drop a comment, and I will get back to you. Otherwise, check out RaylanUSA.com and look at these Viper grips. Peace out.